Coming up on Mountain News at 6, the Jackson County football team is being credited with saving a man's life. They were at the right place at the right time. And more internet access is coming to Eastern Kentucky as Lieutenant Governor Jacqueline Coleman shares an expansion point in Knox County.
We do have drier skies ahead for part of the work week, but don't put that rain gear away just yet. I'll have that breakdown coming up right now at 6.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 6.
Good Monday evening to you. I'm Dakota Makris. Well, with several showers and storms expected to continue to hit our region this evening, we continue our severe weather alert day coverage. Meteorologist Evan Hatter has the latest on this severe weather alert day. Evan.
That's right, Dakota. A cold front working through right now, providing some of us with some gusty showers this evening. Good news is we've seen no reports of severe weather, but that potential does still exist for a little while longer. Camera from UVA Wise showing the overcast still with us. They're still ahead of this line that is moving through the area as we speak. I-75 at Mount Vernon, they're on the backside of this front, so they're starting to cool down and quick thanks to some of the cooler air beginning to filter in from the north and west. Pinpoint Doppler, there's our frontal boundary, really pushing through right now. The heaviest of the rain into portions of Lawrence and Johnson counties right now. Will be pushing through places like Louisa and Paintsville before too long. Downtown Syersville seeing a little bit of rain right now. About to cross the Perry and Breathitt County line right now. A few more showers here in Hazard. We've heard them on the roof here at WYMT and back into Leslie and Clay counties as well this evening, and into a little bit into Knox County as well. Everything here pushing on off to the east. We're still in that 1 out of 5 marginal risk for severe weather as we head through the overnight, but I think we'll be able to let that go early. Cold temperatures on the way. I'll have the details on that coming up in just a bit. Dakota?
All right, Evan, thank you. Well, an Eastern Kentucky football team, no stranger to losses on the field, but after a game Friday night, their coaches showed why they are winners. Jackson County's football team was on their way home when they came up on a serious crash. The sheriff says what happened next may have saved the man's life and even prevented a more serious crash. Phil Pendleton has the story.
After losing another game, this time in far western Kentucky, Jackson County's team had a 3-hour bus ride back to the school and then a drive home.
You know, when I pulled up to the scene, my heart sank because I was like, oh no, it's 3:30 in the morning, and the only people that were on the road were us.
No player or coach was involved. Instead, an older man whose SUV had run off the road and needed help that football players quickly provided.
We had people keeping him alert and conscious while we waited on the EMTs, but once they got there, we, like most of the team, we jumped in the ditch and helped get him out into the blacktop.
The Jackson County Sheriff says these boys did a lot by helping this crash victim, but they did a lot more than just that. They likely may have prevented another crash from happening there.
There was a couple cars coming down the road, and I made sure they'd stopped and turned their flashers on, and you know, I directed traffic there for a little bit.
A bad loss, a long bus ride home, but they say this goes to show everything happens for a reason.
You can't help think that, you know, God placed you there on purpose.
I think it definitely helped us get closer as a team because other than the field, we're just as close as we are on the field. We're a lot closer outside of the game.
The sheriff says the crash happened very late in a very rural area. Believes had the team not showed up when they did, the man may not have made it. In Jackson County, Phil Pendleton, WYMT Mountain News.
Well, we have tried to find out more about the man who was in the crash. We have been told he was from Nicholasville and is being treated at a Lexington hospital. Well, the Syersville City Council is working to make changes following an incident at last week's City Council meeting. After City Councilman Colin Ray Jackson used a racist slur during the meeting last Monday, city and county officials took to Facebook to condemn his actions. Now, Mayor Pete Shepard says he has asked for Jackson's resignation from the council, but it has not been tendered. So the council plans to meet Wednesday to set up a misconduct meeting with Jackson and decide how to move forward.
As a community, I know we're in a difficult situation where one of our own has said something that he probably regrets, and that hopefully what comes with this will be a better community for it, and we can come through this and move on and make Syersville bigger and better as we've been trying over the last 10 years.
Last week, Jackson told WYMT he regrets the statement he made, saying it was not meant as a racial slur. Shepard says Jackson will be given a chance to speak at the misconduct meeting once it has been set. Alice Lloyd College in Knott County is known for graduating students with a strong work ethic and little to no debt. Well, for 22 years, Joe Stepp has been at the helm as president. Last Friday, WYMT's Zach Hawk was on campus for the announcement that a change in leadership would be taking place.
Joe Stepp came to Alice Lloyd College in 1983 after a basketball career and some time working in the coal mines.
I had a significant change in my life about that time, and what happened was I gave my life to God.
That worldview would influence how he led the college in 1999 when he was appointed president.
We're the only four-year degree-granting college in the world that recruits exclusively rural Appalachia. And we know that 83% return back home.
But in August 2022, things will look a little different around campus.
We've had the same president for 22 years, and he's done a wonderful job for us. He's built up the endowment, our enrollment, look at our campus, all the buildings going on, but things are changing.
Joe Stepp will transition to the role of chancellor, so the board appointed a new president.
We elected his brother Jim Stepp to be the new president of Alice Lloyd College.
Jim has been working with his brother for 37 years, so he's not planning any major changes for now.
When we look at Alice Lloyd College, the school's been here about 100 years, and we don't need to recreate a vision for the school. The vision is set.
That is primarily to provide an affordable, leadership-focused, character-based education within a Judeo-Christian context.
God willing, with His blessing, to continue to raise the support and strengthen the program here to put out more great leaders for Appalachia.
Joe will be there to help with the transition in his new role, but said he hopes to retire someday soon. In Pippa Passes, Zach Hawk, WYMT, Mountain News.
With 584 students as of fall 2020, Alice Lloyd College is one of the top colleges in the nation for graduating students with the least amount of debt, and Forbes magazine ranked the college among the most financially fit in the country. Well, things are also changing at another local college. The University of Pikeville hosted an open house today for the Elliott School of Nursing Skills and Simulation Labs. This afternoon, the newly renovated nursing space was open to visitors as instructors and students showed off the high-tech, hands-on opportunities the program now has access to, with 2 specialty labs to give nursing students the skills and experience they need.
Today, with the tremendous help of our facilities staff and crew and our architects who helped us to design this space, we now have a state-of-the-art simulation center, none of which would have been possible if it hadn't been for the generous gift of an anonymous donor.
Dr. Burton Webb says he hopes to see the lab and the growing program lend to a wave of UPike alumni staffing hospitals across the region for years to come. Business officials in Laurel County broke ground today on a project long in the works. Construction on the Rowland Acres Industrial Park began this morning. Now, crews are preparing the property for what is to come and converting the former farmland into an industrial attraction. London Laurel County Economic Development Executive Director Paula Thompson says she is excited for what this could bring to the region.
This is our 8th industrial park, and we have had great success with our other 7 parks. They're all full and they're operating, and they're a great addition to our community, and we'd love to have anyone come and look at London and see what we have to offer.
Well, Thompson says while they have no companies lined up for the park yet, they hope to change that as construction progresses. Well, the need for broadband internet in rural areas is growing fast. Lieutenant Governor Jacqueline Coleman, along with several others, gathered at Cumberland Valley Electric today to announce grant funding allowing Eastern Kentucky electric cooperatives to participate in broadband expansion. Our Jade Saylor was there to find out why the funding is important.
In the last 18 months, the need for strong, reliable internet access is rapidly increasing.
Broadband's no longer a luxury. It's no longer a nice to have. It's life or death.
Lieutenant Governor Jacqueline Coleman says as a rural Kentuckian, this is really important to her because it's important to the families she grew up with.
It is the difference between our kids being able to keep up or fall behind. It's the difference between our towns being able to create new and better jobs and bring new businesses into our state.
She says the Beshear Coleman administration is absolutely committed to this.
We truly believe that access to affordable broadband is a fundamental right for every single Kentuckian, no matter your zip code.
The Lieutenant Governor applauded all of the parties represented at the event for working together to make a difference for the community.
You could say on one hand you don't take no for an answer, but I like to think that we just find a way to get to yes.
The Lieutenant Governor and Executive Director of SOAR, which stands for Shaping Our Appalachian Region, are working hard to bring broadband internet to rural communities.
It's going to take that team approach for us to get out to every single person that doesn't have it or doesn't have enough of it, right? It's going to take everybody at the table working together.
The funding is a big step in the right direction, but there is a lot of work left to be done.
We look forward to working with everybody to solve that digital divide across Eastern Kentucky and Appalachia, Kentucky. We've got no higher priority.
House Bill 320 was passed in March of 2021, awarding $50 million in matching broadband funds. In Knox County, Jade Saylor, WYMT Mountain News.
Well, Cumberland Valley Electric is the first Eastern Kentucky electric cooperative to go public with the forward step in the broadband arena. The hope is that this allows them to do planning and partnerships and continue getting broadband internet into the homes of rural Kentuckians. Well, a new gift shop is available in the city of Whitesburg. Set up by Mayor Tiffany Kraft, this store allows people visiting the city to bring home a little something extra from their time there. People have a choice of pillows, mugs, buttons, rugs, shirts, and more. With hopes of adding more items, Kraft says the response from the community has been great.
And we have a lot of people wanting to know if we ship, and we do. If you're interested in anything here, we can ship all over the U.S. wherever you want us to send it to you, we can.
Now, the store is located in City Hall. Proceeds earned from the gift shop go into the City of Whitesburg Tourism Fund.